I never show the Jefferson Memorial. See the little white dome over my right shoulder over here? That's over there, and there's a nice little reflecting pool in front of it and things like that. But I'm down on the grounds of the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, I'm sorry. The Lincoln Memorial is over that way, and the Jefferson Memorial is, you see, behind my head. And that's what's going on today. But I really want to talk about how to ask for a government grant for a start a business. And this is a big thing. We get this a lot in Let's Go Help. It's one of the most popular. I want a grant to start a business. And there's plenty, but they're not where you think they are, and they're not called even grants a lot of time and everything. So, and more importantly, this is it. To find money to start a business, you have to find the gatekeepers and the navigators that help people to do this. So in other words, the government gives out money to people to help you start a business, no matter what it is, whether you need money, you don't need money, or whatever. And these people may or may not help you get a grant. Or actually, they will help you get a grant, but they may or may not have grants in their office. So if you call up one of these people and say, hey, I want a grant to start a business, they're going to say, no, we don't have that, and you lost. You lost probably the best source that you could ever get to figure out how to start your business. Because most of us, when we start a business and we want to have money to start a business, we assume, well, that's what everybody has, yeah. But it's not really true. If you're a real entrepreneur, you find options. There's other things that help you start a business without money, and other ways to do it, even in businesses that require money that you haven't even explored yet. And you have to explore all that thing. You have to know what the landscape is. In other words, you can't watch pro ball and say, oh, I could do that, and go out and play football. No, you can't do that. I mean, maybe there's somebody somewhere who can do it, but most of us can't. And it's the same way of starting a business. So to save your time, it's really don't ask for a grant, because the people you're asking for a grant that don't have it are actually great people to help you start a business, but you don't realize that because you didn't say the right words. See, it's all about asking the right questions, right? So if you're asking the right question, the wrong question, you get fluffed off and you never get the help you need. See, so that's why when you call looking for help like this, you just say, hey, I want to start a business. Do you have something to help me start a business, or whatever it is? And then you shut up your mouth and you listen to them, what they have to help you start a business. And the way you do that is not on the internet. You do that on the phone. So you really have to get on the phone and talk to these people who are in business to help you start a business. And that's it. They may or may not know everything. It doesn't matter. You have to keep looking. It's sort of like a job. When you go look for a job, you don't expect to, get hired right away. No, you may have to, 10, 20, 30 places to look for a job. The same way looking for money and help. So you have to realize that that's what's out there, and you have to play that game, because otherwise nobody wants to be, oh, I want money to start a business. and you're missing the best thing that they have. So they don't really even want to help you, because what they have that they've been working on to help people start a business, you're not even asking for. So why should they help you? You go out and find your own grant or whatever. No, you'll find out. And that's not a way you're going to succeed, I believe. I'm sure people have done it and whatever. Everybody could find a case study that this worked for. When I did infomercials, that's what we used to do. Always did. Find somebody, who in his basement got weird and got $100,000 by making one phone call, and you get them on TV and everybody thinks they can do it. And unfortunately, what that does, I think, is discourage people, because it's harder than that. And if you don't realize that from the beginning, you're going to give up too soon and not start your business. And the object of what you're doing is to start a business, not to get a grant. That's a middle way, a middle guidepost or middle yardstick, mile sign, or whatever. You know what the hell I mean. To getting what you want to do. The ultimate is to start a business, okay? And that's what you have to concentrate on. So that's why that's the only thing you say. You don't know all the stuff in the middle. You think you do, but you think you want it to be a certain way, but it probably is not. It is probably not the way you want it to be. Like there's one application that you could fill out, you'll get all your money and live happily ever after. No, go to the movies for that. If you want to play the game of life, that ain't gonna happen. And actually the good movies show you how much of a pain in the ass to do stuff is in life. And so if you're not prepared for that, you're going to give up and never do what you want to do. And that is the bigger sin, not doing what you want to do in life. Man, we only have one life. If you don't take advantage of it right now, right here, and I think it's easier now than ever before in the history of mankind, at least in my history, and that's almost 80 years. It's easier now to start a business than ever, and the tools are out there, but we don't, you're using Google, and Google doesn't tell you about the free tools. Remember, Google is there to sell you something. They want you to buy something on Google, so people spend more advertising money on Google, and they get rich, okay? So if you want to make Google rich, fine, use Google. If you want to solve problems in life, don't use Google, because you can't find the stuff that people are giving away for free, because they don't pay Google to give away stuff for free. They pay Google to make money off you. So if they're not making money off you, then they can't pay Google, and Google doesn't have an incentive to let you know. Their big incentive is to make you buy something on Google, so they get money, and they can buy their yachts or whatever the hell they do, go to the moon, whatever they want to do with all this money. And you're left with not being able to do what you want to do. And that's the bigger sin in life. We all have something that we want to do, and the sin to me is not doing it. And then what happens, you believe in our culture and you do it this way and everything, and people who do shit in life don't do it the way it is in the book. People who have money in life do it the way it's in the book. So that's fine. You can do it that way if you have money. You don't have money, you can't do it that way. So don't play the game when you can't, put in the ante. You have to come to the table with a lot of money. And if you can't do that, then don't play it. So that's why the nonprofit organizations, the government offices, they're the people that help you do things in life that don't charge you money. If you think you hate nonprofits and hate government offices, fine. This is America. You can hate anybody you want. But they're a tool. It's sort of like, oh, I hate hammers. And if I'm going to make a hole in this wall, I'm never going to use a hammer. I hate those hammers. I'm never going to use a hammer. And that's what we get, because we have some higher principles against hammers. But we don't get the hole in the wall. So what the hell are you doing? It's obviously not a wise move. A lot of buses here. I don't know if people could hear me. But that's the other thing. When you're looking for, the bottom line of all this, if you're looking for money to start a business, don't look for grants. Don't ask for grants. Say, I need help starting my business, okay? Ready? Everybody together. I need help starting my business. I need help starting my business. Forget about grants, forget about loans, forget about anything else. I need help starting a business. Because there's too many people out there that want to help you start a business that may or may not be part of the grants, and so you're losing 80% or whatever that's available for you. And then you learn, even if you can't use these people, you learn for the next step of your progression, what is out there. And that's what it is. It's learning, it's growing on knowledge. You learn the knowledge that's out there. When you go to your next phase in life, then you got that knowledge. If you're looking for the wrong thing, then you're not building up knowledge. And so you want to be general in nature. If you're saying, I'm only going to start a business if I got a grant, I mean, that to me is a dumb question, because there are too many other ways to start a business. But if that's what you want to do, that's fine. More power to you. And you try the places or whatever, and don't get it, and then you go on and get a job, or whatever, and that's fine. Nobody has a secret on the best way to get through life. You got to figure that out. What is the best way for you? And if you want to do something that requires money and you don't have any, well, these are the tools that you have to start to use. And nobody teaches you them on YouTube or Google or any of these other places, because they don't make money off the people who are not charging you money. That's the only way they make money. That's why they're all billionaires. But the government and nonprofit organizations don't get money from you, so they can't give money to these platforms for them to find you for them. Yeah. So you got to do the work and find them and say the right words. And the right words are not "give me a grant." The right word is "I need help, please. How can you help me? Or do you know somebody who can help me?" Okay, that's the mantra. I need help, please. Do you know somebody? Can you help me? Or do you know somebody who may be able to help me? Okay, one more time. I need help, please. Can you help me? Or do you know somebody who can help me? Simple, otherwise you start chasing stuff that is too hard to find. You don't know enough about how the system works, and you'll give up, and then you'll never start your business, get a house, or whatever the heck you want to do in life, okay? So, and don't forget, we have the new grant is available now for June 4th is the deadline for applying for our grant. So if you're a member of letsgohelp.com, apply right away to get your application in. And the application is very easy. The only thing you have to do is tell us in a couple sentences how you would spend $1,000. And on June 4th, we're going to close that and then go over the applications and give out $30,000 to people who are members, so you have to be a member. This is the lady in Fairfax Shelter. Oh, how did that thing work out in Fairfax? To guard your privacy. I signed up for your site last night. Oh, cool. Okay, I mean, when you sign up for the site, you have to go to facebook.com/groups/letsgohelp. A lot of people don't realize that, and they're waiting for me to call you. I'm not going to call you. You got to go to the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/letsgohelp, and start a discussion. Say, I'm a lady in Fairfax, a single mom. I think you're in a shelter. I need help. That's all you have to do, okay? And you apply for our grant that is due on, the application is due in June 4th. And so on your second discussion, you start another discussion for that, and you say, oh, I'm the same thing. I could really use the grant to get out of the shelter and yada, 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 okay? And now you've done it all. You'll get an answer from the first one about what it is. You'll get a response in a few days about your application, okay? And we're off to the races. Then when you get my answer to your question, then you ask another question. Hey, Lesko, you dumbass, you didn't answer my question. That's fine. I know I'm a dumbass. I'm an old guy and I forget stuff. So I screw up a lot more nowadays. But that's okay. That's the way I learn. And you'll teach me about that, and just be patient with me. I'll be kind to seniors. But it's fun. So let me try to help you. That's what I'm here for, and thank you for giving me the opportunity.